Okay, guys, I had some people ask me about Shadow Priest, just in the guild there. So instead of answering the same questions over and over again, I thought I'd put a video here. This is my build. I do the sand, land, whatever build. I go with the Void Bolt unless I'm out doing World Quest, and then I use the Shadow Crash. Shadow Crash just has a very long cast, and it does a ton of damage. But chances are, whatever you're going to shoot it at in a raid environment, it's going to be badly beaten down and destroyed before it even gets there. So, long delivery time for that. And plus, if the ads happen to move, the tank says, "Oh, I'm going over here." Oh, your Void Bolt is going, your Crash is going to go right where it was pointed. So, not a lot of control over that. It just doesn't make it very desirable. You're better off trying to do the Mind Flay and have it go Sear and just dot your ads there with your Shadow Word Pain and try to do your damage that way. I haven't had much luck with it. It's either hit or miss. So I stay in that. I do use the Power Infusion, Lingering Insanity, and a good site to go through and to get some information is howtopriest.com. They even have Discord there, and they have a whole section on anything that has to do with priest. These are the go-to people for priest. So I'll just make that short there. This is where I go. So they have a YouTube channel, so they're well, they pretty much stay current. If anything, they'll tell you is your haste. Your haste, you want to get a 10 to 12. You want to be about 30%, and I haven't gotten there yet. So once I use the food buffs, salad, I'm at there right at 30%. Crit is not that important. I think they said starting out it's a 4 rating. You see critical strike 5.4. I think you're 4. Don't go crit. Just not going to do things for you. You want to go haste, and you want to go into mastery. Those are the two stats that the Shadow Priest works off of. Just to let you know, I'm just going to go and show you my weapon where I'm at here. And I'm almost there. So that's my talent spec. So let me go over a couple spells here. You have this thing called Void Eruption. Make sure it's on your bar. And I'll show you how this works. Once you build up enough insanity and you go into Void form, that's going to allow you to do Void Bolts. As you can see, the damage is 267k, and it extends the duration of your touch and all your nearby targets and for 3 seconds. So it really makes your dots tick longer, and that's where it's important there. The other thing is Mind Blast. And Mind Blast still is effect. Don't if it's up, hit it. It does slightly less damage, but still, if it's up, use it. And the other thing I want to point out is of course, the death. That is your most powerful spell. On all these little ads, once they get down to 20%, start hitting them with the the death. And I say I'm kind of a fan of mouse over macros. That's where the Shadow Priest tends to work best on. If you do get a lot of ads, your Mind Seer going to Mind Fray is probably going to be your best bet. So how that would work, you probably want to dot them up, and then you would want to hit Mind Flay, and then it would turn into Mind Seer, and then you would do more damage that way. The whole thing is you got to let your channel there. You gotta let it go through full cast. Let's allow your buffs to accumulate. Now, to start out, if this is the boss, you would some will say start off with touch and pain, and I just go for the blast. I'll use a pre-pot, prolonged power, and then I'll go ahead and start. And once you see that come up, hit your power infusion, and let your void torrent just cast all the way through. It's like a big Shadow Priest whiz. You just see my Mind Blast was up. Now I'm just going to go ahead and run the play, okay, and then go down here. And then I'll go ahead and start dotting these up with the mouse over. And that's kind of how Shadow Priest is going to work. And the whole thing is you want to be in the form, and that's what my insanity bar there is for. And I'm going to drop out there. And you have to build it up again. And of course, as you're moving dots on stuff, there, will build it back up again. There we go. Now I'm going to go ahead and let it get. Now you can see that everything's starting to just tick up now. Alright, well, I think you've seen enough there. I'll just go over my add-ons that I use. I use Insanity Bar. That is pretty handy. That's nice visual. And I use the KUI. That puts a little icons over there to show me that how they're still up. My dots are still up. I do use max DPS for the Shadow Priest, and that comes in pretty. That's pretty much in a nutshell. I can't see that there's anything else I need to tell you. If you do have a lot of ads, let me back up one thing. I use the void bulb, but the Shadow Crash. If you use that with the bomb, launch the bomb and then launch the crash, that works pretty well together. However, in a raid environment, it just kind of doesn't pan out that well. They always get moved, so really not. Can't say a whole lot about doing the crash. It's just more fizzle. But try it out, see if you can do good with it. I hope that helps you. Hope you enjoyed the video.